CareerMakerDevelopmentPlan.net offers the foolproof Career Maker program. As part of it, we offer a process for career change ideas, just to stimulate you to organize your career change ideas into segmented elements. Works extremely well that you think in specific areas at a time. The idea is to move from I have a job and earn money to where you live in a great space and you have everything and money. Normally one part of us is work. We are also social, spiritual, physical, a whole lot of things, and we are friends and parents. So we are many things, and a small part of us is work. Let us just keep that in the back of our mind. We would like to show you how these ideas move you from the work you choose to the job you choose, the company you choose, and the industry you choose. Many people argue with me that you can't choose them all at the same time. That's correct, but you start with choosing your work and you have a clear career aim. Now, in order to design your clear career aim, it's a very good thing to start with as many change ideas as you can. So you first go wider, exploratory, and then you work these explored information towards where you are ready to engage. So it's always 3 steps. In each element you explore, you prepare, and you engage. If you look at your past experiences where you have enjoyed the work you have done, you have enjoyed at school, you have enjoyed anywhere. So you look past and you look at what may be. So what will give you joy, you think? In the preparation process, I will discuss all of them at the same time and first make the notes on explore. If you look at specific transferable skills, this is especially where we find people find it very hard for themselves to look at all their activities. Their activities they were involved in the past, their projects they were involved with, their teams they were involved with. The idea is to focus on specific elements related to transferable skills. The same with aptitudes. You can see from your past involvements where your aptitudes are. You can also get feedback from the people you are involved with, and we will give you the specific model to ask feedback. There are specific models that some published and some not yet quite published on the web to assist you with all these tasks. So don't worry too much. Your interests. Once more, if you look back at your past activities, your interest jumps out a mile. But we do find many people that must look at both past and desired future. So past and desired future. What you believe and what you value. It's very important to note there's no right or wrong beliefs and values. There's just beliefs and values. Now, if you choose an area of work, job, company, industry that aligns closer with what you believe and you value, it becomes a lot easier to thrive in that environment. Whereas if your values and beliefs differ a little, it becomes tough. So what do you believe? It's kind of good to ask why you believe it, but much later in the project program, we'll get back to why. Very often our beliefs and what we value were not freely chosen. They are a product of past experiences, family, community, work, etc. All of those formed what we believe and what we value and why. And sometimes you find if you change some of it a little, Now, we never replace. So we do not replace. We encourage you to go plus plus so that you expand. It's very important to keep your roots, grow your roots and expand from there. Now this is a separate subject for discussion of a 15-minute video that will be coming. Lastly, probably one of the most valuable things is who we relate to and the relationships we have formed. Now, it is who and why. Very often these relationships were formed out of past activities and they were not freely chosen. So you will see that freely chosen is a very, very important thing that keeps on coming back. Now, once more, you won't be surprised by now, there's a process to go about choosing freely what suits you, why you relate to people, what you add to them, how you add to them, and how you build the relationship. It's a very clear process, learned at Hewlett Packard way back, applied in all our multi-million-dollar companies we were privileged to build, and the people in those companies, managing them to maximum productivity is where all of this comes from. Thereafter, we did a lot of pro bono work at universities, schools, and communities under social ventures, as well as we did a lot of professional coaching to companies and people to grow their careers, grow the people, and thus you grow a company. So relationships are critically important. Very few people realize that the people they relate to relates to many more. And those relates to many more, and this never stops, to where 6 levels away, 50 to the power 6. We assume everyone knows 50 people that we don't, and then 50 to the power 6 are more or less all the people on earth. So 6 levels away you can reach anybody on earth. And it's simply, once more you won't be surprised, it is a process or a model, if you like, how to achieve this. Now, who and why? So if you look at this segmented in this way, you will arrive with a very long list of where you are, what are your assets. Just like a company has assets, a person has assets. More about that, obviously, specifically later. So if we look going forward, you now take this initial process, engage with the people around you, and that could be at home, friends, work, anywhere where you know people. If you check these things with them, you find that your list grows very quickly. And you understand your assets much, much better, and you will be surprised. We haven't met anybody who's not surprised if we do this segmented process and they check it with the people around them. Here they also prepare the message. And here we are totally excited about the power of stories, which there's a brief video on the web page. If you then take this prepared message and you go and engage to people you've identified, people who do similar work, people who do similar jobs, people in the companies you've targeted, in the industry you've targeted, all of a sudden these relationships explode and you will get more career ideas. Recently, Ken, somebody we are coaching, couldn't believe how many people he knows, and when he was prepared, when he approached them, he got so many career opportunities, and even 4 job offers that could double his $100,000 plus salary. Amazing process. Nobody goes through this. And when they engage, they get new job offers. That is for university students. We even had younger people that got sponsorships once they've done this process. The key thing, remember, is to keep your career, the work, and your job aligned. If your career area grows, if your work area grows, your job area grows, the overlap with the company and the industry and value add grows. Much, much more about this later. You want to grow up the pyramid of production, from where you were a person at entry level and you grow into the teams and you keep on growing. Now you've got to accelerate and you've got to arrive at strategic level. By the way, that process applies whether you are in an expert career or whether you are in a management path. The expert path is just somebody that grows in expertise, very valuable to everybody in a company. And we have a very, very specific process to manage that path. And the management path, of course, differs a little in the content. So now you arrive here, you are clear with your message. It's like a beacon that shines for you. You have access to a whole bunch of new opportunities. Your story is growing in this process. So if you look at a career change ideas, changing your career to changing the work that you do, changing the job you go for and you move the job in the company or in another company. Even consider the industry that may excite you more and grow faster. So each one of these generate ideas. Your experiences generate new ones, your transferable skills, your aptitudes, your interests. Each element here generates ideas guaranteed. So it's simply a process to generate ideas. I would like to add a video on very specific ideas during change. This is now career change ideas, how you generate them. And I would like to add actual ideas just to stimulate your thinking, because remember, another person's ideas can never be yours. It's only yours. I hope it helps you to engage in a process to generate career change ideas, to apply the career change ideas, and to engage for huge opportunity, growing your relationships, growing your store. I think if you have any difficulties with this, like always, please ask us below. If you have comments on this, please engage us